and one for the intelligent as fellas get. Listen, let's settle this. Be clear, I could fall back 7 years, still it ain't no one ahead of me. Consider it a blessing if you get to stand next to me. 5-star general, OG veteran, cake like.
Alright guys, we're going to talk about something right now that, I just observed. I've been observing a little bit. So, I'm from Virginia, and I wouldn't say that people are the most polite there. I'm definitely not the most polite from Rhode Island, where I come from. But I travel like all over the country now, and I get chances to go different places and see how, people live different ways and stuff. It's different a way of life here in Tennessee. People are a lot slower moving. It's just kind of like that kind of slow southern kind of deal in Tennessee. But today I got to see why people don't give a fuck anymore. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. I came in touch with some such, not just impolite people, but people that didn't give a fuck. Some people, they were very nice, but some of them, like, I just walked in, I had to buy a sweatshirt because I left Virginia, it was 80-something degrees. I'm going back to 40-something. It's like, fuck it, I didn't bring a jacket, I didn't bring a sweatshirt. Let me just buy a fucking hoodie real quick. So I went to, like, Foot Action, and I walk in, and this guy's fucking standing there. I'm the only one in there, me and this girl. And he's standing there fucking at the register, and I walk out, I put a thing, and said, how you doing, man? He doesn't say a fucking word. I'm like, cool. He's like looking at the girl. I'm standing there ready to check out. There's nobody else in the store. He's looking at the girl. He's not saying anything. And I'm like, what the fuck is this guy looking at? So I kind of look around. There's the girl. He's like, okay. So I'm just fucking standing there waiting. I'm like, waiting to see how long it's going to take for this guy. And he just fucking looks down at the thing, looks at me, fucking picks it up, scans it, fucking, I pay for it. I walk out of the store. He's just like, don't give a fuck. Don't give a fuck about his job. Don't give a fuck about anything. Today I went to Crystal's here to eat. The place was fucking dirty as fuck. And the people that were there, they didn't give a fuck. She like dropped the thing on the fucking floor, picked it up with her fucking hands, threw it back in the fucking thing. I'm like, the fuck, I'm watching this, and they're like, they got a line a mile long. They're talking amongst themselves, not fucking paying attention. There was one girl that was fucking really nice. The girl at the register who came over, and she was like really nice and gave a shit about what was going on with the customers. And I'm sitting around and going, what the fuck? So far, the only person anywhere that, there was another guy at the fucking convenience store. He didn't want to be there, sitting with his fucking feet up. I walk out, I put the 5-hour energy thing. I said, how you doing today, man? Nothing. I'm like, so there's people out there working jobs, and they're complaining that fucking they don't make enough money, but they're not even doing their fucking jobs. I walked into a fucking store, and a lady's there, like, there's a few people standing in the shoe store, and the lady yells, y'all all right? You need any help? You let me know. Like, she didn't walk up to anybody and said, do you need any help, sir, or anything like that. I'm like, the customer service is fucking terrible. And I'm like, fuck, I noticed that shit around home, but I noticed it here also. And I'm like, it's all over the fucking country. Nobody gives a shit about their fucking jobs. They don't want to do their jobs. They don't want to put any extra effort in. If you're not putting any extra effort in doing that, what the fuck makes you think you're going to go do something else fucking any better? Like, for any more money, or better yourself? There was like a saying, I don't remember what it was, but I've seen people like, okay, perfect example. So the only place that I really saw anybody give a shit about their fucking job, and people make fun of the supplement industry, you bunch of fucking shills, you're ripping people off. I walked into GNC, and that motherfucker was not only nice, but he was going to each customer individually. How are you, ma'am? Nice to see you today. Do you need anything? Okay, this is a fat burner section over here. This is a fucking vitamin section. He went to each person. I got to the counter. He said, how are you doing today, sir? I'm like, you don't have to call me sir. I said, I'm Jerry. Nice to meet you. He said, well, let me ask you a question. He said, what's the most important part of staying in shape? And I said, the diet. He said, thank you very much. He said, you hear that, ma'am? And she started giggling, and I'm like, and I had like a 5-minute conversation with this guy standing there talking about, how he feels like eating better is the key and stuff like that. Not trying to sell supplements, eating better. And he said, at the end of it, he said, you have a good flight back home, sir. He's like, have a blessed day. And I was like, you too. And I walked out, and they said one person pretty much on this whole trip when I went to buy something actually did their job but went beyond. Now, everybody's really nice down here. Don't get me wrong. The people I came in contact with are really nice. Well, I shouldn't say not everybody, because everybody at Legendary Supplements, they were on top of everything, greeting the customers coming in. Customer service was really good. But I just kind of stepped back and was like, if you don't give, your job 110% that you're doing right now, you don't give a fuck about it, nobody's going to give you a chance to do something bigger and better if you don't give a fuck about that. Like, they're a janitor who fucking sweeps floors. That motherfucker will take pride in his job, will sweep that fucking floor and mop that fucking floor, and someone will take notice, and eventually that'll come back around. You know, he'll get an opportunity somewhere else at another job doing something if he wants it, and he's going to give that 100%. He's going to do well at that. And then the opportunity is going to come up for another job. And you don't know if this guy can wind up the fucking CEO of Fortune 500 company fucking within 5 years because he gives every job 110%. But if you're not giving that initial job that you have, whether it's a fucking counter here or sweeping the fucking floors or whatever it is, you know, I remember working at GNC, and every customer that came through the door was like, hi, how are you? Can I help you with something? Individually. Individual attention. If they asked, you know, I didn't just point and fucking go over there. It was like, oh, fat burners? Are you looking for a specific kind of fat burner? I remember doing that. And I remember doing that at the gym. Everybody that came in, hi, how are you today? Have a good workout. I remember doing it at fucking the gas station I used to work at, overnight shift. Hi, how are you doing tonight? What are you doing up so late? You work the third shift? Have a good night. Have a good morning. Drive safe. And I remember doing all that shit, and I didn't even know that it made a fucking difference. I didn't realize I was giving. I wasn't forcing myself to give 110% because I just gave what I had at the time to each job. And here I am at 40 years old later, running my own companies, working with fucking big companies, and, you know, doing stuff like flying fucking 9 hours, driving an hour and a half down the fucking highway, places I don't know, like, you know, putting myself out of my comfort zone to do things that, you know, I'm giving it 100% of what I have. You know, I'm standing on your feet again. Like, I didn't feel like fucking sitting on my feet for fucking 8 hours yesterday, talking to people after the fucking trip I had, you know, and then my flight gets fucking canceled and rescheduled the next day, and I'm here for another fucking 12 hours. You know, like, you just kind of give it what you got when you got it, and you try to do your best. But if you're not doing your best, then you really have no fucking place to complain about. You're not making money. You're not fucking progressing in life. You're not doing any better. You're not advancing. It's because you're not fucking doing it. You're not giving it 110%. You're not fucking... Start the next day you going to work or school tomorrow. You get up. You fucking brush your hair. You brush your teeth. You take a shower. You shave your ass. Whatever you do. You go to fucking school. You give it 110%. Or you go to your job 110%. You go to fucking school. Then your job 110% to both. And do it the next day, and do it the next day, and do it the next day, and continue doing it. 6 months from now, tell me where you're at or how much you fucking progressed. Most people are not going to give it 6 months. Most people can't do it a couple of days. And those that are going to pop up and bitch in the comment section and bitch on fucking Instagram and complain about, Jerry, it's, you know, you're privileged and all this bullshit. Motherfucker, I'm witnessing you people that are fucking not progressing. Why? I'm seeing it with my own fucking 2 eyes. You take no fucking pride in your job. You know, take no pride in yourself. You just feel entitled, like because you were born, that you should be given every fucking opportunity in the world and not have to work for it. If these people in these fucking stores, I'm looking at them, it's a dead-end job. It's a dead-end life, plain and simple. They're not going anywhere. They're bound to make fucking minimum wage, if that, for however long that they fucking keep that attitude. And until they fucking change it, that's the way it's going to fucking stay. So my advice, not that anybody's fucking asked for it, but I think that some people should fucking take it, and some people need it right now. If you're watching this, start pushing 100% with everything that you fucking do, no matter what it is. Even if it's making a fucking grilled cheese sandwich, make the best fucking grilled cheese sandwich you can make when you're making it. Okay? If you're gonna clean the toilet because your girl's yelling at you, clean that toilet, fucking make it spotless. Because I promise you that shit's gonna carry over to other things in life, and those other things are gonna fucking have you do great things. It absolutely is gonna, or it's gonna at least, the very least, better your life and fucking make your situation better. It's absolutely going to. So, bios3trading@gmail.com. Leave comments down below, but don't fight. www.bios3trading.com is a blog. I'm Bios3, and I approve this message, and we're out.